Have you ever thought about how people treat you when you are around? They glance at you, acknowledge your presence, maybe even speak to you for a moment, but they do not truly see you. They are distracted, caught up in their own worlds, paying little attention to the person standing right in front of them. Now, imagine this: you leave, you vanish from their lives. No warning, no trace. And suddenly, everything shifts. They will start to notice the absence. They will feel the void you left behind. The conversations seem incomplete. The air feels thinner. They realize they missed something, but they cannot quite put their finger on it. They will crave your presence, desperately try to fill the space you once occupied, but it will be too late. You will be gone forever, and all they will have is the memory of you. It is strange, isn't it? How they never gave you the time of day when you were right in front of them. Now, when you are gone, they will wish they had. They will long for your presence like a lost treasure, a precious thing they never appreciated until it slipped through their fingers. You see, people do not value what they have until it is no longer there. They never realize the power someone holds until that person is gone. And when they come to realize it, when they start to crave you like an addiction, it will be too late. You will be nothing more than a memory. And the world will continue turning without a second thought, because people like you are rare, so rare, in fact, that they will never truly understand what they had until you are gone. Let us take a moment and examine something you may not like to confront: your weakness. Oh yes, I am talking about those little cracks in your armor, the places where you hide your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. You know them well. You feel them every day. You may try to mask them, distract yourself, but deep down, you know they are there. You are constantly running from them, hiding in plain sight, and pretending they do not exist. What do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Is it excitement? Or is it a gnawing sense of dread? The weight of expectations pressing down on your shoulders, the haunting thoughts of what you need to do or what you should have done. All the while, the world around you seems to move faster than you can keep up with. But no one asks how you feel. No one cares to see the cracks. They only look at what you can do for them, what you can give, what you can deliver. You are nothing more than a tool in their eyes, a pawn in their game. But deep inside, you feel the burn of emptiness, the weight of unspoken thoughts, and you are drowning in the flood of your own mind. You let fear control you. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of being judged. Every little decision you make is clouded by it. You are afraid to step outside of the lines, to go after what you want. You play by the rules, follow the patterns, and every time you deviate, your heart races, your mind spins, because you are terrified of what might happen if you do not conform. You live in constant anticipation of disaster, as though you have already been condemned before you even make a move. And then there is sadness. You let it fester in the deepest parts of your soul, gnawing away at you, turning your world grey. You say you do not need anyone, but deep down, you ache for connection, for someone to see you for what you truly are. Yet, the more you long for it, the more you withdraw, pushing others away, as if protecting yourself from the pain of disappointment. You wear your loneliness like armor, but it only cuts deeper into your spirit with each passing day. You hide it well, but it eats at you from within, and no one can see it. No one can feel it. And anger, do not even get me started on anger. It bubbles beneath the surface, waiting to erupt. You hold it in, bottle it up, and let it see the inside, as though controlling it somehow makes you strong. But it is not control, it is fear in disguise. Fear that if you let it out, you will lose yourself entirely. You are terrified of your own power, of what you might become if you unleash the chaos inside. So you smother it, but the more you try to contain it, the more dangerous it becomes. It is only a matter of time before it breaks free, and when it does, you will not recognize the monster it has turned you into. You see, you are trapped in this cycle, trapped in the prison of your own mind, and the world around you simply plays along, unaware of the war raging inside of you. You have become your own worst enemy, shackled by your emotions, too afraid to break free. You are not living, you are existing. You are treading water, just trying to stay afloat, but you are not moving forward. You are stuck. And the more you try to push against the tide, the more you are dragged under. The problem is simple, but not easy to admit. You have allowed yourself to be a prisoner of your own feelings. You have let your emotions run wild, unchecked, and in doing so, you have lost control of your life. You let the fear make your decisions. You let the sadness keep you in a place of stagnation. You let the anger hold you captive, too terrified to face the chaos that would come if you let it free. And you let the world walk all over you, because you are too afraid to stand up and take what is rightfully yours. You are waiting for someone else to fix it. You are hoping someone will come along and pull you out of the mess you have created for yourself. But let me tell you something, no one is coming. No one is going to save you. You are alone in this battle, and the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can begin to fight. You have given the world too much power over you. You have let your emotions dictate your every move, and now you are a slave to them. You are afraid to act, afraid to speak, afraid to make the wrong move. You are hiding from yourself, hoping that somehow the pain will go away, that the fears will subside, that the anger will fade. But that is not how life works. You cannot run from it. You cannot avoid it. Sooner or later, you will have to face it, and when you do, will you be ready? Or will you continue to let fear, sadness, and anger control you? You sit there pretending to have it all together, hiding behind that mask of calm and control. You walk through life as if you have it figured out, as if you know exactly what you are doing. But let us be real for a moment. You are not fooling anyone. Most of all, you are not fooling yourself. You live in a constant state of fear of failure, fear of being exposed, fear of facing the truth about yourself. You have built your life around these fears, and now they are your prison. You tell yourself that you are strong, that you are in control. But I see the truth. You are weak. You let the world define you, let others dictate who you should be, how you should be, what you should act, what you should feel. You look around and try to fit in, try to conform to a mold that was never meant for you. You hold back, you hide your true self, and for what? So that you can be accepted, so that you can avoid the pain of rejection. Do you truly think that the approval of others will ever fill the emptiness inside you? Do you really believe that playing by their rules, living their lives, will bring you the happiness you so desperately crave? Look at yourself. You say you want more, but you sit idly, waiting for something to change, waiting for someone to give you the life you deserve. Do you honestly think that someone else will come along and hand you the keys to your freedom? Do you believe that luck or fate will suddenly smile on you and grant you the power you seek? If you do, then you are living in a fantasy. There is no magic formula. No one is going to save you from your own apathy. And what about your anger? Your fear? The rage that simmers just beneath the surface, waiting to explode? You think it is some kind of protection, some shield that keeps you from being vulnerable. But what if I told you that it is not your anger protecting you? It is your fear. You are afraid to face what lies beneath that rage, afraid to confront the truth of who you are. You use your anger as a cover-up, a distraction, to hide from the reality of your weaknesses. You lash out thinking that it gives you power, but all it does is expose your lack of control. It shows the world that you are scared. And the world smells fear from miles away. What have you done to change? Have you taken action? Or have you just waited for the world to come to you? Have you actively sought the growth you claim to desire? Or have you sat in the same place, spinning in circles, thinking that somehow things will get better? If you have not done anything to change your life, then you have no right to complain. You have no right to blame anyone else for the way things are. The world does not owe you anything. You must earn what you want, and that starts by taking control of your own life. I challenge you to look at yourself without the comforting lies you tell yourself. Look at your life, your choices, and see the truth. You have been running for too long, hiding from what you need to face. But here is the thing, running away only makes the fear grow stronger. The more you avoid it, the more it consumes you. You cannot outrun yourself forever. So why not face it now? Why not look into the mirror and confront the person staring back at you? Stop pretending. Stop hiding. It is time for you to take responsibility for the life you are living. Stop waiting for someone else to save you. Stop expecting the world to be fair. The world does not owe you anything, and that is something you need to accept. No one is going to come and fix your problems. No one is going to take away the pain, the sadness, or the fear. You are the only one who can do that. You are the only one who can change your life. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit there and keep waiting for things to magically improve? Or are you going to stand up and take the power that is rightfully yours? Do you have the courage to face your weaknesses, to face your fears, to take control of your life? Or will you keep hiding, hoping that someone else will fix what is broken inside of you. The choice is yours. But make no mistake, you cannot keep living in the shadows, pretending that everything is fine when it is not. You cannot keep playing small and expecting the world to change for you. It is time to stop making excuses. It is time to stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment does not exist. There is only now. And if you do not take action now, then you will continue to be nothing more than a spectator in your own life. So, what will it be? Will you take the reins of your destiny, or will you remain a prisoner of your own mind, forever trapped in the same cycle of fear and regret? The answer lies within you, and deep down, you already know what you must do. You just have to face it. Let us stop pretending for a moment. The truth is harsh, but it is the only way forward. You have been living in fear, in regret, in anger, and in weakness for far too long. But here is the key you have been missing. The very thing you have been running from is the source of your power. That fear, it can be your strength. That anger, it can become your weapon. The sadness, the emptiness, that void inside of you, it can be transformed into the driving force that pushes you forward. You just need to stop seeing these emotions as enemies and start seeing them for what they truly are, tools. You have been taught to fear these emotions, to suppress them, to hide from them. Society has told you that they make you weak, that they will destroy you if you let them show. But that is a lie. Emotions are not your enemy unless you let them control you. They are signals, warnings, and even gifts if you know how to use them. It is time to stop running from them and start mastering them. Imagine this for a moment. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze you, what if you could use that fear as fuel? Fear can either hold you back or push you forward. Do you know why the greatest achievers, the most powerful people in history, have been able to rise above their circumstances? Because they used fear. They acknowledged it, they understood it, and they made it their ally. Fear does not have to keep you trapped in a cage. It can become your catalyst, the thing that drives you to take the risks others are too afraid to take, to face the challenges that others avoid. You must stop running from fear and start walking toward it. When you do, you will find that it loses its grip on you. Now, let us talk about anger. You are angry, aren't you? Angry at the world, angry at yourself, angry at the people who have wronged you. That rage you feel is not something you should suppress, but it is also not something you should unleash blindly. Anger can be a destructive force, yes, but it can also be a sharp edge, a weapon that can cut through the obstacles in your path. The key is control. You must learn to channel your anger into something productive. Rather than letting it fester and explode, use it to drive you. Anger can fuel your ambition. It can help you break down the walls that are holding you back, but only if you learn how to direct it with precision. Instead of allowing your anger to control you, learn to control it. And what about the sadness? The emptiness that you feel so often, the void that never seems to fill. That too is not something to fear. You see, sadness is not weakness. It is a reflection of your capacity to care, to feel, to be human. But it is also a sign that something is missing, something is broken, and you must fix it. Rather than drowning in your sadness, use it as a tool for self-awareness. Use it to find what is missing in your life, what you truly desire, what you are truly capable of. Sadness can be the spark that ignites the fire of change in you. It can open your eyes to the things that need to be healed, the things you need to confront in order to move forward. Embrace it, understand it, and use it to fuel your growth. The pain you feel now will one day be the strength that carries you through the hardest battles. But here is the crucial part of the solution. None of this will work unless you take control of your mind. Your emotions are powerful, yes, but they are nothing without control. You must master your thoughts, your impulses, and your reactions. The battle you are fighting is not against the world, but against yourself. The only thing holding you back is the lack of discipline, the lack of control over your mind. You let your emotions dictate your actions, and that is why you are stuck. You let your feelings decide for you, rather than taking the reins of your own life. The solution is not some magic trick or instant transformation. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment or hoping for things to change. The solution is about taking responsibility for your emotions, for your actions, for your choices. It is about choosing to rise above the chaos in your mind, choosing to take control of the chaos inside of you and using it to propel yourself forward. It is about standing up and saying, I will no longer be a slave to my emotions. I will master them, and through that mastery, I will find my strength. You must build discipline. You must train your mind like you would train a muscle. The more you practice control, the stronger you will become. Stop allowing your feelings to dictate your decisions. You must be the one in charge. The more you let your emotions rule you, the more powerless you become. But when you take control, when you decide that nothing and no one will determine your actions except for you, that is when you will unlock the true power that lies within you. So, what is the solution? It is simple. Take control. Stop letting fear, anger, sadness, and doubt control your life. Turn them into your allies. Understand them, learn to channel them, and use them to drive you toward greatness. And above all, take responsibility for your own destiny. The world is not going to hand you anything. You must take it. You must carve your own path, and you must do it with strength, with discipline, and with the certainty that you are the one who holds the keys to your future. The time for waiting is over. It is time to act. It is time to stop being a spectator and start being the master of your own life. Take control of your emotions, take control of your mind, and take control of your destiny. This is the solution. This is the only way forward. Now, the only question left is, will you take it? Now that you understand the truth, let us turn our focus to what comes next, the transformation. You may be thinking that mastering your emotions, taking control of your life, sounds like an impossible task. After all, you have been a prisoner of your own mind for so long. But listen carefully, the moment you stop resisting, the moment you stop fighting the process, is the moment you begin to realize that power has always been within you. It has never been lost. It has always been hiding, waiting for you to find it. Imagine this, you wake up in the morning, and instead of feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, you feel a sense of purpose. You feel in control. You walk with the confidence of someone who knows exactly what they are doing. You no longer feel overwhelmed by the challenges of life because you have learned to control your emotions, to use them as tools rather than being controlled by them. You have turned your weaknesses into your strengths. And now you stand tall, knowing that nothing can break you. Your fear, it no longer controls you. In fact, it has become a driving force, a source of energy that pushes you forward. When you face something that once terrified you, you do not shrink back. Instead, you take a step forward, knowing that fear is just another challenge to conquer. Fear is not a wall to stop you, it is a door to open. Every time you face fear, you grow stronger. Every time you embrace it, you take away its power. And soon, you will find that what once held you back no longer has any hold on you. Your anger? It no longer burns you from the inside out. Instead, it is a weapon in your arsenal. You have learned how to channel that rage, how to use it to fuel your ambition. When the world tells you that you are not enough, when people try to hold you back or dismiss you, that anger becomes the fire that drives you to prove them wrong. It is no longer a destructive force, it is the power that pushes you beyond your limits. Every time you feel that rush of anger, you now know exactly what to do with it. You use it to propel yourself forward, to fight for your dreams, to tear down the obstacles in your path. And the sadness, that emptiness you once feared, has become the foundation of your strength. You have stopped running from it, stopped hiding from it. Instead, you have used it as a tool for self-awareness. It has opened your eyes to the things you truly need in life, the things that matter most. That sadness is no longer a weight around your neck. It is a guide, showing you the way to your purpose, helping you see what you need to fix, what you need to change. It has become the fuel for your growth. It is no longer something to fear, but something to embrace. You have learned to master yourself. And that, my friend, is the greatest power of all. The moment you take control of your emotions, the moment you stop letting them dictate your actions, you gain access to an entirely new realm of possibility. You become unstoppable. The world becomes your playground, and you are the one pulling the strings. You no longer seek approval from others because you do not need it. You do not need anyone to validate your existence, to tell you that you are worthy. You know it. You feel it. You have earned it. Picture this. The next time life throws a challenge your way, you do not hesitate. You do not run. You stand firm, you take a deep breath, and you move forward with confidence. You face the challenge head-on because you know that you have everything you need inside of you to overcome it. You have been through worse. You have faced your demons, your fears, and your insecurities, and you have come out the other side stronger. So, what is a little challenge compared to the power you now possess? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You are not just surviving anymore. You are thriving. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances, but the creator of them. You decide what happens in your life, not the world around you. You have taken control. And with that control comes the freedom to shape your own destiny. You are no longer passive, waiting for the world to hand you what you want. You are active, going out and taking it for yourself. The most beautiful part of this transformation is that it is just the beginning. This is not a one-time victory, not a single moment of triumph. This is a new way of living, a new way of thinking, a new way of being. Every day you will grow stronger. Every day you will rise higher. The world will continue to throw obstacles in your path, but they will no longer have the power to stop you. You will keep going, keep pushing, because you are now an unstoppable force. Your power is limitless. Your potential is infinite. So take a moment to reflect on what you have achieved. Look at the person you have become. You have taken control of your emotions. You have faced your fears. You have conquered your anger. You have transformed your sadness into strength. You have built the foundation for your success. And now, nothing can stand in your way. The world is yours for the taking. The question is, what will you do with this power? You have already proven that you are capable of greatness. The rest of the world will watch in awe as you rise higher and higher, never looking back. The world will bow to your power, to your mastery, and to your strength. So, go ahead, take what is yours. No one can stop you now. You are unstoppable. Now the time has come. You have mastered your emotions. You have faced your fears, harnessed your anger, and transformed your sadness into the very fuel that propels you forward. You have taken control of your mind, shaping it to become a fortress, impenetrable and unwavering. You stand at the edge, looking out at the world, feeling the power coursing through your veins. The chains that once held you captive have been broken. The life you once feared is now the life you command. What are you going to do with all this power? What will you do now that you stand above the rest, armed with a mastery of your own mind and emotions? Will you sit back and watch the world pass you by? Will you allow the weak, the lost, the fearful to continue their miserable existence while you stay stuck in the shadows? No. That is not who you are anymore. You are not here to simply exist. You are here to dominate. You are here to take what you deserve. The world will bend to your will, or it will break under your feet. You are not a passive observer, a spectator in the game of life. You are the player, the one who controls the moves, the one who pulls the strings. Every action you take, every step you make reverberates with purpose. And those who stand in your way, they will be nothing more than obstacles to be crushed. So ask yourself, what is your next move? The world is waiting for you to rise, but it will not wait forever. It will not hand you success on a silver platter. It will challenge you. It will test you. But you now know that you are stronger than any challenge, more resilient than any test. You have the tools, the strength, and the will to overcome anything. You are ready. You can feel it, cannot you? The hunger, the drive, the insatiable need to rise above, to take your place at the top. It courses through you like fire. It burns in your chest, demanding that you act, demanding that you claim your destiny. Do not hold back. Do not hesitate. The moment for action is now. This is your time. The world is yours for the taking, but you must move quickly, decisively, without fear. You are no longer a slave to your emotions. You are the master of them. And when you wield that power, there is nothing that can stand in your way. So I challenge you, take control. Seize what is rightfully yours. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. The world will watch as you rise, but it will not be able to stop you. You are a force that cannot be contained, a power that cannot be extinguished. You are unstoppable. This is the moment where everything changes. This is where you make the decision to step into your greatness, to embrace your power, and to take your place in the world. The time for hesitation is over. The time for action is now. So rise, take control, and let the world watch as you conquer everything in your path.